Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I've done a video almost kind of like this, but not like this one. And this would, I love it. I think it's pretty cool looking. Kind of looks like they go into the abyss. Take a 8-sided polygon, and you could actually do it with more, but I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. And then I'm going to draw a line from there to there. And that's really all I need to do, because I'm just going to stay away from the center. I don't really think it really matters how square it looks. So I'm just going to take a 2-point line and go from like right there to right there. And then it's hard to get it where you were before with the other one. So what I would do is take this line and then Control D it. And you could change your object origin, but you can just mirror it, and then take that node right there, and you've got the exact same angle. We can go ahead and take away that line. So I'm not exactly square or relatively square. I'm going to bring in some indexing line. As long as you stay away from this line with your next drawing, and I might be too far, but I'm just going to take a 2-point line and go from right there to right there. Now because we have two points, we don't have to worry about it because it's going to be perfect. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and make sure I'm on the node. And see, I'm a little bit off. So we'll just take this one and go right to that edge. And I don't really think it's going to matter too much in this case. And then take away your polygon. Well, we took away guess it's going to have to virtual segment delete the polygon. There we go. Now, yeah, that's pretty bad. I think we could change it. We could go up into here, trying to make more of a square, and see I'm off, and then I'm going to have to move my line. It wouldn't really matter because it's kind of an optical illusion type effect. And then get your Smart Fill tool, really set on any color, but I like this gray, and I'm going to go gray, gray, gray. And then your artistic ability would show in when you go to the interactive fill tool and swipe across, but then go to elliptical. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Get the tool back, put it in the center, and then go outwardly with that. And it kind of looks like a void. Now take this one with the interactive fill tool, and let's put a little bit lighter color on that side. That's too light. But then I'm going to put a dark into this corner. Now I want these two to be differently. So I'm going to get the interactive fill tool again, and I'm going to make this dark at the end. But I want it to be a little lighter on this side than the other side. And that's all there's to it. Take away your indexing lines. Go ahead and go Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, alternate C to have it rotate. And if you don't have my alternate C, you could use those indexing lines and rotate it 45 degrees. Now we're pretty far spaced out. So what you could do is just take these away. You know, if you think you're too far, let's bring our indexing lines back in. Let's set our nudge factor on like 1/2 inch. Let's select that and just kind of nudge it down where it's not in the center. And like if you don't have my Control C or alternate C, Control D, and you could move your rotation to the center. But see how much doesn't look like you're in the center, but you actually are. And then rotate it 45 degrees. See, this time they're going to be a little bit spaced out a little bit, not as much. It might look pretty cool. And then bring in a black box, and you get that effect. Let's take away the indexing lines, make this a little bigger. Hit P, and it'll put it in the center of the page. So it looks like this cone-shaped item is going into the abyss. And you could probably do it with maybe a 10-sided, and just have to rotate them a little differently. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.